YouTube. Today we're reacting to Sophie Rain is married. Ain't no way, bro. Ain't no way, bro. At the end of the day, bro, a lot of people do say that like OnlyFans women or women that have been in the corn industry could never get married, but come on, bro. Riley Reid got married. I'm pretty sure what's her name? Lena Rhodes, I think that's her name. She got married, I'm pretty sure. Hey, bro, not everybody cares about a woman's past, bro. We're gonna get straight into this video.
Sophie Rain is married? And this isn't a random rumor either. We've got receipts, and we're gonna break them down one by one, so you'll wanna see every piece before you decide what's real and what's just her brand.
And they ended up finding out Sophie Rain's real name, but also her real age.
Oh
she
yeah,
made
no, this is parasocial.
$46 million. Like we've seen it.
I made $43 million
in 1 year
last year.
Lying.
She is
Lying.
not who you think she is. Because while the internet's been obsessing over her age, her fake claims of being a virgin, and the image she sells online, the whole Sophie Rain thing, that's just a persona, a careful.
Bruh, I've been trying to tell people my past 3 videos. I've been saying, don't believe everything you see online. Matter of fact, believe nothing you see online. Believe it all to be fake before you believe it to be real. Because at the end of the day, people are just gonna make a persona online, obviously, to seem more appealing. Especially in the OnlyFans industry. Like, why would they not want to be appealing? People, she's using the V word, the big V word. Men are. She's a what? I have a chance. No, you don't.
Fully constructed online identity designed to sell a vibe. Her real name is Isabella Malaya Blair, and she's been running OnlyFans for at least 4 to 5 fucking years under a different name. But let me get to that mess in a bit. Every bio page, link tree, promo profile, and creator account you stumble across links Isabella Blair to Sophie Rain. So there's no question, they are just the same person. Sophie Rain is
so
not
federal.
just a name, it's a brand built on lies. And the receipts are crazy. There's a clip floating around where her own cameraman calls her Izzy, her actual nickname, instead of Sophie Rain. You can literally hear the hesitation in his voice after saying it, like he's instantly regretting it.
I'm Izzy. We gotta go at 7:30. I'm Izzy.
She looks up real quick.
And bro, you just know he got fired immediately after. Like, are you stupid? That hesitation says it all. She's extremely controlling about how she's presented, and even small slips like that aren't tolerated. It's a peek behind the curtain into how protective she is of the person.
Now, here's what I'll say, bro. A lot of like the popular OnlyFans girls, a lot of niggas be hating on them, but it's really smart how they move, bro. They move in a way where it grabs your attention and where it's like they build a character, they build a persona that makes it seem what they're not, and they know how to market themselves very well. Alright, time out. If you're liking what you're seeing, do me a favor, tap that like button. And this channel is not like school. There's no teachers here, so you do need to leave a sub. I'll give you a minute. Hey, okay. Appreciate that. Let's get back to the video.
Persona she built. There's even a picture of her from Facebook from when she was younger, where the comments are also referring to her as Izzy. What's worse is that Sophie Rain has been out here claiming she's 21, riding that fresh, young, barely legal wave that gets so much attention online. But the internet detectives on Reddit, X, and social media have been digging, and she might actually be closer to 24. That's a birthday post her sister, Morgan, made showing her 21 back in 2023, which completely contradicts the age she's publicly claiming. Her full name is apparently Isabella Malaya Blair, born September 18th, 2003.
Yo.
So for years, she's been projecting the energy of someone who just turned 18, which is an
Yo, stay safe on the internet, y'all, because this is crazy. For random people to find information like this on you when you don't even project your name, that's crazy.
entire marketing strategy in itself. So she's basically been selling this I just turned 18 energy for years. It's like she's carefully tying this persona together while keeping people guessing, which fuels all the rumors about her age and origin. Like, it's all curated for clout and engagement. She's fully aware of the mystery she's stirring. Apparently, she's been affiliated with the Democratic Party since October 2020 with an active voter status. Here's the problem. If she were actually 21 now and claiming she was 16 in 2020, that would make it impossible for her to be registered to vote. You can't register until 18, period. So either Sophie Rain has been lying about her age for years, or somehow she hacked the voter system, which, I mean, let's be real, that's probably not the case. It's far more likely that her public persona has been intentionally misleading, just like a lot of models. I mean, it's not exactly a trade secret, is it? You can't seriously believe that she's been on for at least 4 to 5 years and you still think she's 21. The math wouldn't add up anyway. Now here's her old Facebook. And yeah, that's definitely her. She went to Hernando High School in Brooksville, which lines up with what people have been saying about where she's from. No one really knows if she...
No, I'm not gonna lie on some no gooner shit. I'm on some no gooner, bruh. Sometimes you'll come across like a Reddit post, right? And it'll be a girl saying, "Oh, I'm newly 18" or something, or like I'm newly 19 or something. And I look at them, I'll be like, "Bro, you are not no 18. You are not no 19, bro." But I think it's just like bait to just get people, because I feel like I don't know why. It's actually weird to me why people like barely legal. That shit is like, why? That's like borderline you know what I'm saying? Like, that's borderline, but at the end of the day it is legal, so I can't really judge you, but it is some weird nigga shit in my opinion.
She went to college, she might have tried it, but if she did, she probably dropped out once she started making serious money on... It makes sense, right? Why sit through lectures when you're already banking? Her name is also on the 2021 class list of Brooksville High School right here. And it seems like her older sister, Morgan Blair, graduated from the same high school just 2 years before. I mean, if this doesn't confirm she's Isabella Blair, then nothing will. But the real question is, why? Has she completely changed her name, age, and entire identity? Well, the truth might actually be much darker than you think. This is a picture that was taken on her old account called Malaya XX. Yeah, that's her middle name. And in it, you can see she has red hair, which she only had like 4 or 5 years ago. So clearly, she's been running for a very long
she's been
time,
in the game
way before the Sophie Rain persona.
She's a veteran.
Existed. That account doesn't exist anymore, and she switched over to Sophie Rain, which was probably because she started getting fame and didn't want people tracing it back to her real identity. And it's not like she actually lives in Miami either. People assume that because she's from there, but she's reportedly got a mansion hours away from the city. It's like she's crafted this whole image for the internet while living somewhere completely different, keeping the real life Sophie, aka Izzy, well away from prying eyes. Another reason Sophie Rain might have gone to such lengths to hide her real identity.
Bruh, I'm gonna be honest, you guys are better than me. Yo, if you're on the internet, do not use your real name ever. Do not use your real name ever. See, I got kind of my name in my YouTube channel name, but like, hey, bro, niggas ain't finding me, bro.
Has a lot to do with her family, and in particular, her father, Jason Blair. The guy has a seriously dark past that isn't exactly something you'd want tied to your online persona. Back in February of 2008, he was involved in a horrific accident that made to local news. So here's what happened. A 35-year-old guy named Anthony Morales was walking near a Walmart with some friends when he got hit by a car. Morales survived the initial crash, even though he broke an arm and a leg, but he died a few hours later at St. Joseph Hospital in Tampa.
So unfortunate.
Police said they weren't sure if the injuries from the accident were the direct cause of death and were waiting on the autopsy to figure it out. The driver, Jason Morgan Blair, Sophie's dad, who was 29 at the time, after hitting Morales, he left the scene. Police arrested him not long after and charged him with leaving the scene of a crash that caused injury or death. He got booked into the Hernando County Jail and was released on a $500 bond. Officials said more charges could have come depending on what the autopsy showed. Blair reportedly told officers he was driving home from work around 1:30 a.m. when he suddenly saw Morales and his friends walking along State Road 50. He said he didn't see them in time, hit Morales, panicked, and drove off. The police noted that alcohol or drugs weren't involved, which makes it even more shocking considering what happened. And get this wasn't the first time Blair had been arrested. He already had a few drug possession charges under his belt before this incident, so it's not hard to see why Sophie might want to keep her distance from her family's history. Growing up with a dad who had multiple run-ins with the law and who was involved in a fatal accident would make anyone want a fresh start, especially if you're trying to build a career online. There's even a mugshot of Jason from his arrest floating around online.
Well, it's a tale as old as time, bruh. When they don't have a good relationship with their father. Bro, I know a girl personally. Went to school with her. Had a horrible relationship with her father. Guess what she ended up doing? Starting an OnlyFans. I'm not gonna lie, she's doing pretty decent, bro. Her shit kind of popping a little. I don't know how much money she's making. I think I tried to do like a pocket watch calculation at one point. But no, I seen her like on a Ricegum stream back in, I think it was a long time ago though. It was like 2022 or some shit like that. Nah, it was a while.
line. For Sophie, that's the kind of thing that could overshadow everything she's trying to project online. When you're selling this image of youth, innocence, and success, having a dad with a criminal record and a dark past isn't exactly helpful. If Sophie really is Isabella Blair, it makes sense why she would ditch the Blair name and build a whole new online identity. Sophie Rain isn't just a username or a persona she wakes up in the morning and decides to use. Every post, outfit, and trend is calculated to keep people talking and watching. Her public image as a quirky, shy, innocent 19-year-old is completely intentional, and it's been working for years.
You never had a boyfriend before?
No.
Why?
I tried to have, like, they are just all interesting. I was trying to start talking to a guy, and then he just wants to move on so quick and get so deep into the relationship, and it is like, let's take things slow, let's get to know.
Oh, he was trying to do some other shit.
Yeah, exactly. And I like to get to know a person.
Now, let's get to the spicy
shit.
stuff. Her
Hey, y'all, come look at this.
Logan Windler is the name of her husband. He
That
actually
is
has an
Jack Doherty. No, I'm tripping. That looked like Jack Doherty for a second.
page that shows exactly what he is. Tall, athletic, full-on soccer player energy. People noticed he went to the same high school as Sophie, or Izzy, and is from the same hometown. That alone made a lot of people believe there is a real connection. The overlap is too precise to be a coincidence. School, town, background, and timing all line up perfectly with Sophie's history as Isabella Blair. Then there's the business side. Sophie allegedly owns several companies. According to some sources, Logan Windler and Isabella Blair are listed as managers on some of them. Having the two names side by side makes it seem like they're tied together for real. It's not just a rumor anymore. Seeing that on paper makes it obvious that they're involved professionally and probably personally. There's also an old photo of Sophie.
Bro, Sophie Rain's been doing this whole calculated thing for a long time, bro. Obviously, she's Miss Motion Woman, bro. And she knows exactly how to get her demographic, where to get her Now, I don't condone anything she does because she targets children. And you might be thinking, how are children getting her OnlyFans? Well, back in the day, as a young buck like me, when I was in my teenage era, you know, it wasn't hard for me to ask my mom for her credit card or debit card and just, you know, get something online. You know, maybe they're doing the same thing, just they just want to take a little sneak peek. Now, me personally, I wouldn't do such a thing nowadays, you know. I would never do it in the first place. Let me make that clear. I've never ever bought some OnlyFans, you know, right? I've definitely, you know, when it says it's free, yo, I know a lot of you guys know when when some accounts be like, oh yeah, it's free, but then you still gotta put in some information. It's like, you know, it's doing too much. Like, I'm not about to make an account. I'm not about to put some info. No, it's doing too much, bro. I'm not that invested into looking at this woman naked body. But the method, go on Reddit, bro. You can find everything. You can find everything on there.
And Logan together floating around. It came from a deleted Instagram account called Windler4. The picture shows them side by side before the Sophie Rain persona went mainstream. The account being deleted only made people speculate harder because deleted evidence always gets people talking. That photo isn't just random. Along with the other proof, it becomes a pretty solid hint that they've been close for a long time. One of Sophie's friends even confirmed that they're together in the comment section of a relevant post. That's not hearsay. When someone in her circle basically says it, it adds a lot of weight. Combine that with hometown overlap, shared business ventures, and the old photos, and it's clear that they're a real couple. Then there's Sophie's giant diamond ring. People immediately noticed it. That's not just an accessory. That photo, combined with everything else, basically confirms they're married. Someone from her hometown who follows Sophie's brother on Instagram even backed up the marriage rumors in an anonymous Reddit chat. They said the whole thing is super low-key and not really people there talk about publicly. There's also a tape online showing a ginger-haired guy interacting extra closely with Sophie. Fans are convinced this is Logan. That just adds another piece to the puzzle. It all forms a pattern. High school, hometown, business connections, visual proof, inside confirmations from friends, and public appearances with the ring.
Bro, do you understand how parasocial people have to be to even find this? You care about a person's life so much where you're going deep into the depths of their childhood. That is look, bro, y'all gotta stay safe out there, but this is a crazy world, bro. This internet junk is crazy.
all point to a serious relationship. This isn't a casual fling. Logan and Sophie are clearly involved in a big way, and it justifies their marriage. What makes things look even worse for them is that Sophie claims she's single and has even said she's a virgin. That alone had people raising eyebrows. The intense way she pushes the innocent girl image makes it feel like she's performing for the camera rather than just sharing her life. She frames
right, because she knows the innocent girl persona works. My nigga, do you know how many men I hear talk about oh, I want a girl as a virgin? Why? Why? I genuinely don't understand that take. I want a girl that knows what she's doing. Niggas are talking about oh, but I could teach her. My nigga, if I wanted it, whoa, what else? Yo, what I was about to say to me. I was gonna say, if I wanted a kid, I would make a child. Anyways, regardless of that, what I'm trying to say is, why would I want to teach a grown-ass woman what to do? Come on, bro.
her virginity as a badge of purity while running a high-profile online career, which is obviously going to make people suspicious. It's hard to separate the persona from reality because every post, video, and story is a part of a larger image she's selling. Fans have been dissecting every detail, from social media behavior to public appearances, trying to figure out if this whole innocent act is real or just marketing. Sophie is smart enough to know how to appeal to her audience, and she leans into it fully. Her energy, the way she dresses, the way she interacts online, it's all designed to draw attention and keep people invested. That's why her age, relationships, and personal life are such a hot topic. Part of what makes this so interesting is that she's been building this persona for years. Her whole public persona revolves around being young, fresh, and untouched, but also desirable enough to hold a following that spans hundreds of thousands, if not millions. She isn't just posting trends for fun. She's aware of how each choice she makes online affects her image and how it's perceived by fans. Other than being a complete simp, there's a much bigger reason why this guy is probably married to Sophie Rain. Her income alone is next level. In just 18 months, I mean,
bro, he was probably married before the income, but the income is just, you know, a cherry on top, bro. If my girl, nigga, would you care if your girl was doing OnlyFans, bringing in Sophie Rain type of money? Come on, be honest. Nigga, I'd be in this house. Like, are you crazy? She'd be like, Davion, go cook a meal for me. Whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. You're gonna see me whipping that wok pot, stirring that shit, nigga. What are we talking about?
Keeping aside her old Malaya account, she pulled in $82 million. Yeah, that's not a typo. Let's break that shit down. That's roughly $28,000 an hour. Most of us work our asses off for a year and don't see that kind of money. And here she is making it in hours just from being online. But you see, it never worked for her in the start. She had been grinding in that industry for at least 4 to 5 years, and now luckily something clicked. Even what she calls slow months is insane. July reportedly netted her $3.4 million. A slow month, huh? For normal people, a slow month might mean you're not getting that second carton of milk. For Sophie, slow is basically—
Bro, $3 million is a slow month for her? Gang, yes, you and I are not making $3 million in 10 years. We are not making $3 million in 10 years.
casual island shopping money.
Just so nervous. I'm paranoid like that because all of this could disappear tomorrow.
Okay, $82 million doesn't disappear tomorrow.
You know how much money she makes an hour? You want to know? $28,472. That's fucking insane.
Oh, this is a slow month. In July, she only made 3.4.
She's so extra, she compared herself to LeBron James, pointing out that he made $56 million last year while she cleared $43 million without stepping on a court, just flexing her internet hustle.
I made $43 million
in 1 year
last year.
That's a fact.
But I get taxed out of my ass. Like,
I can't imagine tax. That's insane.
I did make $43 million.
That's more than Richie. Can we look up like some athletes? I feel like that's more than LeBron made last year, bruh.
How much did LeBron James make last year?
Yo!
Wait, just barely.
Oh my God.
He barely beat you. Barely. I mean,
that is
crazy.
Wait,
how much is 40? Sophie, you need to work harder. I was gonna say my all-time is.
Nah, seriously, bro. LeBron got 52,
next
bro.
year.
Sophie has basically cracked
She's gonna
the
try and
code of
flaunt.
attention
She's gonna
economy.
try and flaunt
She
so
turned
hard.
Scrolling, posting selfies, and writing trends into a literal money printing machine, while the rest of us sit in pajamas pretending we're busy. And the way she casually drops these numbers, it's peak influence.
I can't lie, bro. I feel like every one of her moves is calculated, bro. I can't hate on the hustle because at the end of the day, she's been grinding before she was Sophie Rain, and she made out the hood. Like her dad was in jail. Like her situation seemed like it was fucked up. No other way to say it, but she made it out through calculated plays. Now, is it the most ethical? Don't ask me, because I was doing some unethical shit in the past, and I don't think it's a problem. You know, some people just gotta do by all means necessary. But what I will say is that a lot of people think women like Sophie Rain, or like people who just come up as an overnight success, a lot of people don't actually see the background work of what goes on. So when you see someone and you think, oh, industry plant, or oh, overnight success, bro, they could have been grinding for 10 years and just had their breakthrough. But their breakthrough was so large, it just mitigated everything before, and it just seemed like, whoa, they came out of nowhere.
Energy, 28,000 an hour, millions in a slow month, comparing herself to NBA superstars. Impressive, and honestly a little infuriating if you actually work for a living. For a long time, skeptics assumed her earnings were exaggerated. $46 million the first year, $82 million in 18 months? Internet flexing, right? Nope. Confirmed by Camila Araujo, Sophie's numbers are legit. First year, $46 million.
I'm not taking, no, take that with a grain of salt, bro. And the reason I say take this with a grain of salt is because, bro, they're all a part of the same community. They're both in the Bop House. Why would they say, oh, Sophie Rain's lying? They would want to build Sophie Rain up to seem like, oh yeah, she's really like that, so then it gets more eyes on the Bop House itself. It's all a business calculated strategy. We're gonna take this one with a grain of salt.
Around 80 to 90 million. She isn't just rich, she's operating in a completely different financial reality than anyone else online. At this point, you've probably heard people talking about Sierra Rain, who everyone thinks is Sophie Rain's sister. Turns out, that's not exactly the case.
Never heard of this woman.
Sierra blew up on TikTok and social media with dance videos, lip syncs, and all kinds of meme-style posts that got her noticed fast. She started posting around 2022, mixing trending dances, pop culture references, and playful outfits. Think Spider-Man, Tinkerbell, or various swimwear looks. Sierra shows up in a lot of Sophie's content too, which is probably why everyone assumed they were sisters. Fans also love speculating about OnlyFans and sponsorship deals, but the real numbers come from TikTok and Instagram. Estimates put her net worth somewhere between $450,000 and $1 million, mostly from social media and sponsorships, which is pretty solid for someone who hasn't been doing this that long. Here's the thing though, Sierra isn't actually Sophie's sister. Her real name is Sierra Blair, and she's Sophie's cousin. There is even a Hernando High School yearbook photo showing them sitting next to each other, which lines up perfectly with the cousin theory.
That's crazy.
So the whole sisters running TikTok together story is totally misleading. It's really just cousins working together, with Sophie taking the lead and Sierra helping out.
That's
and while
tough.
we're at it, Aisha
That's
isn't
tough.
related to Sophie either. She's from Spring Hill, but also went to Hernando High School, which is probably why people link her to Sophie and Sierra. Most of the family rumors online are messy and half wrong. Sophie's real inner circle,
Now, mind you, we just saw a clip of Piper Raquel. She could have been 17 in that clip.
seems to be cousins like Sierra and a few close friends, not some big sister squad or extended family team like the internet likes to imagine. What is interesting is how this plays into Sophie's brand, making it seem like she has a sister in her corner adds a wholesome, family-friendly vibe that makes her more relatable. Fans see this sisterly bond and assume it is all real, which makes her content feel more personal and authentic. In reality, it's curated. Sierra is her cousin, involved and supportive, but the sister duo thing is mostly for show, and it works. Sierra's content itself is pretty fun and energetic, perfectly matching what younger audiences enjoy. Bright, upbeat, and full of trends. It complements Sophie's content well. When they appear together, fans get the sense that it's a sisterly thing, but digging into it, it's just cousins creating content together and capitalizing on a shared audience. That might seem like a small detail, but it actually matters. On make content feel more authentic, and by implying she has a sister, Sophie makes her image more relatable. Fans rarely check the fact.
Now, before, I'm just gonna say this. A lot of you guys, a lot of people, a lot of men, or no, just a lot of people in general, don't like or envious or jealous or just don't like in general OnlyFans women. And, oh, they're just sexualizing themselves. And okay, now here's the thing. Hot take, not really. none of this would be an issue. OnlyFans would not be a thing if niggas weren't paying. Boom. like, bro, let's be honest. Who's the number one, I'm gonna say investor, for lack of better words, into OnlyFans content, bro? It's men. And yes, a lot of people don't like it and shit. And it's like, yeah, we don't like OnlyFans girls, but at the same time, bro, it happens to be men, and it is sad. It's down bad. We gotta find those men, bro. We gotta find them.
And that assumption works in her favor. And as if she couldn't get any more fake, she's actually a bad person as well. Sophie Rain isn't just another influencer posting random trends for clout. She's been carefully building her audience in a way that's extremely calculated, and honestly it's kind of unsettling once you start piecing it together.
That's what I was saying.
I am aware that I have audience on TikTok, which I am going to also talk about.
The worst part is she's literally admitted on camera that she knows exactly what she's doing with her content.
This Sophie Rain girl, she's I have no, bro, why would I respect this girl? She sells my little bro, he's or fuck. How she feel about that? I felt hurt. Never again, bro. I'm distancing my from all these.
Bro, on some real talk, bro, I'd have to smack the shit out of my little brother if I caught that. Bro, if I looked at it. No, there's been a couple times where I've seen my little brother's search histories and shit. I think he was like, he went on my YouTube account, mind you. He searched up 2 girls kissing. I'm like, yo, what? I've never searched this up, especially on YouTube. So I'm like, hold on. Who was... It clicked in my mind. I'm like, oh, I'm about to get this kid.
Freaks, these psychopaths, these are the new generation serial killers, bro. They're sending boys. Hello.
People have pointed out that younger fans are always hanging on to her shit. That's no accident. Sophie knows exactly what she's doing with recognizable outfits, cosplay, and pop culture stuff. Superheroes, anime, football jerseys, you name it. Stuff are going to the videos blow up, then boom, she funnels the attention elsewhere. It's not subtle. It's literally a step-by-step playbook for growing an audience. Her strategy might look effortless, but it's not luck. She knows how to get attention, keep people engaged, and turn that engagement into more followers, more views, and more money. Every post, comment, and trend is designed to make people interact, to make them stay, to keep her at the center of their attention. And the way she plays her audience is, well, kind of gross if you think about it. She posts content that encourages responses and engagement, keeps her followers invested in her every move, and basically has them wrapped around her finger.
But recently, there's been a lot of allegations online talking about me sending photos, which I can proudly say I've never done.
Probably.
That is... All of this is false, which is why I'm here explaining my point, so everyone knows. The Spider-Man video doesn't exist, and it never will, and I've never created a Spider-Man video. I'm gonna go more into depth, with all of this. I'm just covering the basis about what I'm gonna talk about, just so I can also mentally prepare myself. And then I am aware that I have an audience on TikTok.
Horrible.
Which I am going to also talk about. And then my Twitter. I see a lot of things recently about me talking.
Yo, I'm gonna be so honest. This is random, and it's not random at all, actually. But I've never actually had Sophie Rain come across my For You page ever. Like, not at all. I only know about her because of like reaction videos or like that one screenshot of her making the 43 million for real. But other than that, she's never really came across. I don't get like OnlyFans girls on my For You page. But now, mind you, if you get OnlyFans girls on your For You page, it's for you. It's for you. So, I know what type of man you are. I know what type of person you are. And I know you like watching that stuff, man. You gotta quit it, bro. Gotta lock in.
About me being a pedophile and me.
Oh yeah, you definitely are.
Sending too.
No. Well, I'm gonna take that off. That's a bad allegation.
Don't do.
Let's get one thing straight. Sophie wasn't sneaking around with this content on some secret account. Nah, it was right there on her main page, totally visible. She posts, she encourages interaction, and it's painfully obvious what she's doing. This isn't a misunderstanding. It's not accidental. It's straight up manipulation. People started catching on fast. Screenshots popped up everywhere. Parents were freaking out. Other creators called it out saying, yeah, this is way too far. And they weren't wrong. When your content draws in on the wrong crowd and you're actively nudging them to engage, the fault is on you. And did the attention make her rethink? Of course not. Sophie doubled down.
But she's
playing the
making too
"people
much
don't
money."
get me card like it's a defense. Newsflash, Sophie. The problem isn't the audience, it's the stuff you're putting out there.
Stay quiet and we doing it again.
Nigga, I swear Piper Raquel was literally 17 in this post. Like, we're already curating the youth to adapt to this culture.
Not only is Sophie Rain selling her content to audiences, but she also brought year-old Piper Raquel into an
What did I say? What did I say?
content environment. You can't make this shit up. This is the kind of situation that screams legal trouble. Pretending to be older than you are and then putting someone into that world is not branding. It is reckless and dangerous. You don't have to think about it. A 16-year-old surrounded by a... What did Sophie expect to happen? How is that safe for anyone? The whole fake it until you make it idea might look cute scrolling through TikTok, but in reality, it creates insane pressure for young creators. Being under 18 suddenly feels like a countdown clock ticking against your career. It's toxic and unfair for anyone, especially someone so young. And yet, she manages to act like all the criticism is unfair. When people point out that she's pushing content toward the wrong groups or put into a questionable environment, she deflects. She's mastered the art of playing victim while fully controlling the situation behind the scenes. It's frustrating because she's not naive. She knows what she's doing, she knows who's watching, and she knows how to manipulate attention.
Sophie Rain is going viral and leaving people shocked for a very interesting reason. So just a few days ago, someone decided to do a deep dive on the background of Sophie Rain, and they ended up finding out Sophie Rain's real name, but also her real age. They then posted a TikTok about it, also featuring old pictures of Sophie Rain from her childhood. And as you can see in this viral video, they wrote when she could have been 23-year-old Isabella Blair, but she chose to be 20-year-old Sophie Rain instead. Of course, this was the first video that someone made exposing this, but now people have heard the information and are making videos of their own. And now if you go to Sophie Rain's profile here on TikTok, it's gotten to the point that people are actually mentioning this in the comments of her TikTok videos. Yeah. People are basically just finding any way to say Sophie Rain's real name, like this person right here who said, "Sorry, Isabel." I'm also pretty sure that Sophie Rain has some sort of filter on her comment section, or she's just deleting them herself, because that comment was there when I took a screenshot of it, but when I went to check back later, the comment was gone. This is definitely some very unexpected information being spread around about Sophie Rain.
I mean, it is kind of going over the top, bruh. Like, bro, that's so weird. That is weird. That is weird. That is weird. Imagine you're trying to make a persona online. You really don't want people knowing your actual personal information for security reasons, and then people just come out with your data just randomly, your full government name, bro. I would be like, no, bro, that's not cool. But at the same time, is this where her cookie crumbles? Is that the right is that the right term to say?
What do you all think about this whole Sophie Rain situation? Do you think she should have been hiding this from us or not?
Sophie Rain is honestly next level when it comes to being calculated online. She's not just some influencer posting random TikToks for fun. Every single move she makes is carefully thought out. She's literally admitted on camera that she knows what she's doing. And this isn't some beginner luck or a happy accident. She built this entire persona like it was a business plan, and she's the CEO of her own little empire. And yeah, it's kind of unsettling when you start connecting all the dots. Her audience, she knows exactly who is watching. People, teens, even borderline fans are constantly glued to her content. This isn't a mistake. She wears outfits, cosplays, and puts herself into pop culture moments that she knows will catch the eye of that exact demographic. Superheroes, anime, football jerseys, stuff that younger fans immediately recognize, and then she drops hints or links that funnel that attention somewhere else, somewhere focused. It's deliberate and there's no mistaking it. Sophie isn't hiding. Everything is right there on her main page. This isn't some hidden corner where she thinks no one will notice. She encourages engagement, she makes sure people respond, and she plays her audience like a chessboard. Other creators started talking about it and calling her out. Everyone could see it, and yet she kept doing it. When called out, she didn't change her tactics.
At the end of the day, bro, when you're making so much money, I feel like a lot of like morals and ethical values just start to go out the window, bro. Like, a lot of people are against gambling, but say state comes to you with $100 million to gamble on their website and promote it, you're gonna turn on $100 million? Most likely not. Most likely not. But your life, you want your life to change at the end of the day. I think your life goals are more important than your values. Maybe. I don't know. Hey, me personally, I'm taking that money. But if my target audience was kids and I was doing this shit, I would need a nigga to beat me up, bruh. So, no, that's weird. That is weird.
She doubled down, blaming misunderstanding instead of admitting she was fully aware of the consequences. So what do we do with all of this? Because at this point, Sophie Rain doesn't look like someone who just blew up online by accident. It looks like an identity that got built piece by piece. New name, a younger image, a cleaner story, a different circle, even a different lifestyle than what people assume from the post. And the moment something real slips out, like someone calling her Izzy, you can see how fast everything snaps back into place. Then you stack the marriage angle on top of it and it gets even harder to brush off. Same hometown overlap, same school connection, sources claiming they co-own businesses, photos that existed then vanished, the ring, the friend comments, the anonymous hometown talk. One detail by itself is easy to laugh at. All of it together starts looking like a trail. And that's the real point. The internet didn't just randomly get it wrong, people got sold a specific image. Young, innocent, single, untouched. The kind of image that keeps people obsessed, keeps them debating, and keeps them paying. That's why the age-old talk never dies. That's why the virgin claim keeps...
I want what you guys think about the whole video and the whole situation. Let me know in the comment section below. Don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, post notifications, binge watch the rest of my videos. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. I'm out.